What's up? Right now, I want to talk about um, work your slaves hard, 9 to 5. Be a slave owner. Work your slaves hard, 9 to 5. Before you turn off the video, this is not what you think. All right. So when I talk about slaves, I'm not talking about real people. What I'm talking about is money. Money is your slave. Make money work for you. Quit working for money. I know you hear it all the time. Quit working for money, make money work for you. But how does this work, right? So, a lot of people will tell you that giving is receiving, right? Just give. The more you give, the more you'll get back. And it's a load of crap. Now, let me tell you why. So it's not a load of crap because it is true you have to give to receive, right? But people make it like this fairy tale thing, right? Like you go to church and they're like, give 10% of your money and God will bless you. Yeah, give me 10% of your money and I'll bless you too, right? So, and a lot of these like billionaires, they're like, some of the wealthiest people in the world give $10 million a year to charity. Well, guess what? Those are tax write offs. They're not telling you that part. They're not telling you that if they didn't invest that 10 million to a charity that they probably run or have a big part of, um, it would have went to the government, right? So you pay all this money in taxes. When you're a billionaire, you want to keep some of that money, so you put it into something worthy. You invest it in or give it to charity and get a tax reduction. So yeah, when you have billions of dollars, it makes sense to give money to charity. Otherwise, you're going to be giving it back to the government, right? um and then with church, they say, give 10% of your money and God will bless you. What does God need your money for, right? Like it's the church is trying to make money for the church, and they're saying God will bless you. No, the money will bless the church. You'll have a nicer church to go to, but at the end of the day, it's not gonna come back to you. You know, um, if you love your church and want to support your church, that's fine. But don't think because you give 10% of your money to the church that somehow you're gonna make $100 because you gave the church $10. That's just, first of all, it goes against the religion because you're giving something to get something in return. You're supposed to give out of the kindness of your heart, not to expect something in return. But in the real world, you want to expect something in return. So giving is receiving, right? But let me explain how it really works. So when you have $10, and you buy 20 cans of soda at 50 cents a piece, and you sell each one for $1, you make $10 off of your $10. Now, what this is giving is receiving, right? Because you gave $10 to receive something, then you're giving somebody sodas to receive $1 back from it. And this is the true meaning of giving is receiving. This is what it really means to give, right? And I mean, even when you like write a book, even when you make music, even when you do a show, even when you make courses, even when you make art, even when you provide a service, you're giving and you're receiving. So the more you give, of course, the more you'll receive, right? But don't think of it in the sense of just giving your money away. Like if you make $10 an hour, I don't think it's a good idea to give money to a charity, right? I mean, if you're making $10 an hour, why would you give that money to a charity when you can go with the $10 and buy 20 cans of soda for 50 cents and go upsell them somewhere for $1, right? Or you can take that $10 and I don't know, maybe you can find Pokemon cards at a good price and buy a Pokemon card, the Pikachu hologram or whatever, and sell it for $35, right? Because you're giving $10 to receive something that you know it's going to be more valuable to you. To the person you're buying it from, it's only worth $10. They're giving you this because they value it at $10. It's only worth $10 to them. To you, it's worth 35 because you know the value of it to somebody else, right? And that's where giving, you got to give, you got to give to receive. So make your money work for you. And you could hire people, you know, to do something they love to do, right? If you need artwork, you want to hire somebody. And if that artwork is going to make you money, then you're giving to receive. And that person's receiving and they're giving. And that's how the world works. You give and you receive. But it's very good to give. The more you give, the more you'll receive. And what it's really saying is um, by that saying, the more you give, the more you receive. It's really just saying it takes money to make money, or the time you put in is the outcome you'll get from the value that you give with the time that you're given, right? So it's about giving time, it's about giving money, it's about giving value and receiving something of equal value, whether it's money or time or whatever it is, you're giving to receive that back, and this whole world is just giving and receiving. It's all about giving, it's all about receiving. That's how it's always been, that's how it will always be. You have to give, you have to receive, and that's what makes the world go around. It's not money that makes the world go around, it's connecting with people, right? It's giving and receiving. It's, I'll give you 100 pounds of salt for your cow. I'll give you this pound of gold for 3 pounds of silver. I'll give you a bag of corn for a loaf of bread. I'll give you um, these coffee beans for your green tea leaves. It's all about giving and receiving. So the more you give, the more you receive, and the more you have to give, the more you'll be able to receive, right? So you always want to think in terms of how to make money work for you. What can you use? Always think of how you can use your money to give to people. How can you give this money to something that will create value for other people? That's all you're doing is making your money create value. So when people invest in the stock market, they invest in a company, they give to a company that they believe will create more value so that they can receive more from what they give. You know, give to a good cause, give to something will create value, that you believe will create value, and you'll receive more. So make your money work for you. Make it your slave. Money is your slave. You shouldn't be a slave to money. Money should be your slave. So go out there, get you some slaves, and work them. Work those slaves. Understand how money works. Understand giving and receiving. Understand value and creating value. And, make those slaves work for you. I hope you like this video. Go ahead, like, subscribe, comment, and if you really want to, you can share it. Thank you for watching, you guys.